Hi, Phil Aston here from Now Spinning Magazine with the December 2022 update. Yes, this is a Christmas one, but as you can see, I have not got round to putting my Christmas deckies up yet. So it'll probably be, well, where am I? I should have done it by now, but I've been so absorbed with music, discovering brand new things, old things, just about released things, and I've got so much to share with you. This channel is for people that love physical music, CDs or vinyl, or even cassettes. Okay, whatever it is, we are a niche, but we're growing. And I know that when I started this channel, there'll be people in different pockets of the world who felt they were the only ones still buying CDs, or they couldn't really find their own friends to talk about. What have you bought recently? This channel is for you. And if you're a youngster just getting into the world of collecting records and vinyl or CDs, this channel is also for you, as I will do beginner's guides, ranking videos, and there is no silly questions. There are so many big bands and legendary artists and albums out there that sometimes it can be overwhelming knowing where to start, or what you've just bought, what should you get next. This channel is for you. And if you want to be connected to like-minded people and talk about the music that you've grown up with, the soundtrack of your life, this channel is for you. So subscribe, ring that bell, and make sure you don't miss anything out. So what have I got in store for you? And I'm going to go through a few things very quickly here because there's lots. Oh my God, there are lots. And some of these have been requested by yourselves, my subscribers and patrons, and other things you've just thought, Phil, are you going to do this? I am. And the podcast news. Oh, so exciting. It really is. So here we go. Skid Row, the Atlantic Years. I've been asked to review that. So that's coming up. I've mentioned this before, but it got lost in the stuff that piled on top of me. The quadraphonic box for the Doobie Brothers, that's coming in. Roy Gallagher. Now, as people in the Now Spinning magazine Facebook group say, you can never have enough Rory Gallagher, and this record store day release from Santiago in '74 is essential. I shall be going over that. Music that I struggled with for decades, but now, ping, I understand. This is for you, because it is Miles Davis, Bitches Brew. I've got several versions of this, but I've got stories to tell behind each one, as some people I know, when I put this on in the car, have said they would rather get out and walk. So I'm going to talk about this and how it took such a long time for me to understand it, which is a companion piece to Jimi Hendrix in a way. Also, what else have I got? I've got Spooky Tooth. This is a box set that's fast going out of print, but it's essential, and I'm going to talk about that. For patrons only, you've got your own video come along, which is the Roxy Music Studio box set. I promised this a while ago, and it's happening now. Box sets you may have missed, but now trying to track down on Discogs or eBay. Robert Plant, 9 Lives. So that's coming as well. Yogi, you've asked for this for ages. It's going to happen. Mental Train by Mott the Hoople. And what else? Oh, more jazz. And Jazz on a Summer's Day, the box set. I'm going to review that. This is gorgeous, by the way. So that's coming along. What else have we got? Christine McVie, Songbird, which has got a fantastic orchestral version of Songbird on it, which is remixed by Glyn Johns. And one of my albums of the year, Sowen, the Atlantis album. I should be going through that, vinyl and CD and DVD, which is fantastic. Jimi Hendrix, I mentioned this in my Hendrix video, the LA Forum album, full review of that as well. More Van de Graaff Generator, and this one is their first album, which was Aerosoft Grey Machine. So looking at the deluxe box set with the vinyl, the CDs, the single and the booklet, everything in there. I talked about Porcupine Tree's last album and the deluxe edition being a bit of a letdown. So to kind of balance that out, I'm going to go through this, the deluxe version of Hand Cannot Erase, and show you just how a deluxe edition can look, and it's just fantastic. There's that, and of course, a bit controversial because of what I said when I saw the big box, but nevertheless, I have succumbed, and we're going to look at Guns N' Roses, the CDs for Use Your Illusion, and the vinyl 1 and 2. Where else? And I think we're on to, and I've got new music roundup, lots of new stuff for you to see there, CDs and vinyl for that as well. Mary Fall album, I'm going to look at that. Podcast news, because this leans into what's been happening, and this is such an exciting part of where Now Spinning is heading. It started off with Deborah Bonham, didn't it, and Dean Friedman, etc., various people, Sarah McQuaid, but you saw the interview, I hope you watched it, for Michael DeBar, a fantastic interview and podcast, which is out on this channel. It's on the website, it's on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Google Play, it's everywhere, and on their own Now Spinning website as well. Coming up, I have Danny Parnell, the keyboard player from UFO, is going to be talking about No Heavy Petting, as we've got a deluxe version of that album on the horizon. Corky Lang, I'm going to do a feature on him. Well, I've done an interview that's over an hour long talking about mounting, his whole career. I'm going to do a feature on Wes, Bruce and Lang as well. Also, Del Bromham from Stray. So I'm going to be looking at the box sets and recommended albums for Stray. Fantastic interview with Del Bromham. Absolutely amazing. That one's over an hour and a half long, but I couldn't edit anything out of it because the story is fantastic. It's got Kiss, Rush, everybody in it. I've got podcasts soon with the UK rock band Cats in Space, and which I'm really excited to do. I'm going to be talking to Mick Box from Uriah Heep about the new Uriah Heep album. I'm also going to be talking to Susie Quattro about her new album as well. And I've recently done hopefully you've watched this, with Sowen's lead guitarist Cody Lee Ford, which is absolutely fantastic. And I've got lots of guests lined up. The Now Spinning channel is like this. Just have a look at this chart, just for a few seconds. Look at this. This line is not the trajectory of a rocket taking off. It is, in fact, the growth of the Now Spinning Magazine YouTube channel. And it's absolutely amazing, and it's all thanks to you. It really is. I couldn't do it without you, your comments, your support, and all the input from it's just fantastic. So just a little bit of background. The channel was set up a long time ago, but it wasn't until literally, when was it? I think it was I think this should show me something in a minute. Here we go. It was around 2020. So in the middle of lockdown, the world was a different place. And I started to think maybe I should look around for what else I could be doing, and kind of pooling my knowledge of music and my passion for music, and just seeing what I could actually do with this idea. And so we had about 122 subscribers around then. You can see that it was kind of static. Gosh, I can even probably go down to almost zero at the end of 2019, 60 people. It's probably about the same amount of people who were following me anywhere else. And then it started to really take off, as you can see here. 2021, it takes time. I started to refine what I was doing for the videos, and then literally at the end of last year, it was literally we became rocket powered, and it's just gone absolutely through the roof. So the trajectory that we're on now is just up, and we've got so many ideas of what we're going to do in 2023. It's just so exciting. Anyway, back to the other bloke who sits behind me. And that, everybody, is down to your support and your help and you spreading the word and you being here. And I know there are channels with 50,000 subscribers that don't get anywhere near the amount of interaction and views that this channel gets. And it's the interaction that I've created, thanks to you, a community that people of music fans that love music to such a degree, that love buying albums and having them around you, that I know many of you are buying more stuff than you bought before. And I know in the communities I've got on other platforms, especially the Facebook group, that you all love this. We've got Zoom calls now on the Facebook group. There's 2 a month where people just chat, going to have a virtual drink and talk about music they've been listening to. There's going to be YouTube Live for people on YouTube who just want to chat and hang out and talk about music. That's going to happen as well. There is just so much going on here. And so the regular sessions are, we have Chart Watch. And Chart Watch is designed to tell you, for those of you who love buying music, the breakdown between CD sales and vinyl sales and what's getting to number one. It doesn't matter whether it's your kind of music or not. It's that kind of thing. So you can see what's happening in the music business. So when you see people say, oh, CDs just end up on Marketplace on Facebook because no one wants to know, that's absolute cobblers, because CDs are selling really, really well. And I love vinyl. And I cover a lot of it here, but I love all formats, and I know you do as well. So I don't care if it's a mixed format, box set, or whatever it is. It's the physical music. I'm supporting artists, because by buying CDs, vinyl, and cassettes, you are giving more money to the artist and the band, and that's the important thing behind that. So Chart Watch happens every single week on this channel. There's also now a week, as I just got through the list, haven't I, of my guests, but the podcast is now going to be every single week. So the Chart Watch and the podcast and interviewing some great stars and artists, again, makes, now spinning quite different to a lot of other things. There's going to be trending stuff as well, and I know I've done quite a few tribute videos, and I find them draining. I really do, but I'm also going to go back and cover some of the artists I missed before all of this took off, really. Classic album reviews, talking about my own personal history and what it meant to me and all of that. They're going to be on a regular basis. New reviews of new releases and new artists, that again is going to happen. Lots of record companies, PR agencies, publishers watch this channel, and it's been great to work alongside them and and see the kind of influence that we're having. Beginner's guides, I'm going to do more of those, because I know what it's like. You see a lot of these things where people have got a wall behind them, okay, with loads of records and CDs on. And if and I was in a record shop on literally a couple of days ago, and there was lots of young people going through the racks saying, well, is that one worth buying? Should I start here or should I start with the classic? I'm going to help. I'm going to help point your way through this maze. And the fact is that physical music is alive and well. And the record shop I was in yesterday, the kind of guys my age, we were in the minority. It was young, guys and girls browsing through vinyl and buying it, and I think that's fantastic. And that's what's so great about seeing, some of these classic albums and think, well, who's buying that? Loads of people are. There's no time on music now. Because music's in like soundtracks and TV programs. It's on Spotify playlists. It doesn't say this, as I've said before, it doesn't say it came out in 1985. This is 40 years old. This is 10 years old. This is 2 months old. It's just music. And that is what makes this so exciting. So as you can see, there's absolutely tons of stuff coming up. I'm also tweaking a few things behind the scenes as well. I've got some great things I can't quite mention yet, but it's so exciting. But your support is everything to me. And as I said, if you've just stumbled across this channel, it's a journey, and welcome aboard. It's great to have you here. So I always say this because I believe it totally, because it helps my mental health and both physically. All of us go through so much in life, and if we keep watching the news, drop in and out to the news and drop out quite quickly and come here instead. Music is the healer. It is the doctor. It connects us together. It makes us different. It goes across all languages. It really, really does. And this is what Now Spinning magazine is all about, is connecting those dots. And to hopefully put a little bit of light into the darkest of corners. I hope. Anyway, but thank you again. Thank you for being here. And check out these videos now. Stay on board. And I'm going to see you very, very soon.